Alright, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. This is Linica, and I'm just gonna kind of play some fun teams, see what the queue throws at me. If the meta is difficult, play with some better teams, and if it's relaxed, I'll just go ahead and play with some of my lower win rate teams. Gonna be playing against Bone Serpent, double Humanoid, so I've played against this guy before, so I'm going to assume he will bring in his Bone Serpent first. And I'm going to bring in my Moon. He is going to bring in his Kunlai Runt this time, so I think I will go ahead and buff my speed. Trying to think who I want to have soak the Deep Freeze. It might end up being Moon. But he is so bad against the Bone. He is my only chance really against the Bone Serpent, so I think I will have my Spine Claw Crab soak it. Just because my Spine Claw Crab is pretty garbage against both of his two pets, and he got the proc stun. Don't want to stay in to soak that. He's probably going to hit me with humanoid damage, so I'm just going to soak it with my beast, obviously. I feel like he's going to switch out here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and crouch since he is staying in. And I'll just have to try to take out his Kunlai Runt. Since I do have my crouch up, I am just going to go ahead and soak the stun here. I'm not going to give him the chance to get another 25% chance. I'll just basically accept my fate. Let me see. I can take him out with a predatory strike, so I'm going to bring in my Sharp Talon Hatchling for the kill shot here. Unfortunately, that idol basically counters my entire team except for Moon. Because as soon as he throws up his Sandstorm, I'm just not going to be able to touch him. Okay. I mean, it's nice for him to use his deflection because that actually gets my predatory strike off cooldown one turn faster, effectively. My Falcosaur Swarm literally doesn't touch him, so I think my best bet is going to be to bring in my Spine Claw Crab. Since he doesn't have his deflection up, I can actually go for the Blend the Water. Kind of surprised he didn't switch out, honestly. This guy's a pretty good player, so I'm going to go ahead and throw up my heal in case he deflections. There it is. Alrighty. Because of his kind of poor use of his idol, I am going to have a small chance to maybe come back here from that rough start. He's going to have a Sandstorm available soon, however, and I don't really want to soak that because it just does so much damage. I'm going to see if I'm within kill shot range. If I'm not within... Oh, okay, I'm glad I went ahead and did damage. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Blend the Water here. I want to take out that Bone Serpent ASAP for sure. And he might go for the Nocturnal Strike, but that's really just fine. I'm going to go ahead and soak it with my Aquatic. Yeah, that crit is an attack I did not want to take on my other two pets. I feel like he's going to... He has a bleed on him, so he's not likely to swap out. I think I'll go ahead and bring in my my Moon. I can go ahead and crouch this Bone Barrage. And then I can kill him and throw out my speed buff on the next round. Not sure if my Sharp Talon can take out his entire team. Kind of doubt it, but we'll see. If he... You know what? I might actually be able to take him out. Here's what I can do. Yeah, that bleed was really doing work to his idol now that he... I forgot that he... That darkness really did not help do his idol any favors because the bleed was able to go through. Alrighty, so unless either I miss or he swaps into his idol to take the predatory strike, it should be a pretty straightforward win here. Alrighty, so I didn't miss, and darkness is up, so he might deflection or whatever, but it's, his doom is inevitable. Alrighty, so didn't really expect that win, honestly. He definitely could have played his idol better, because played correctly, that idol could really counter both my crab and especially my bird. My bird just really couldn't do anything as long as Sandstorm was up, so should have saved his deflection. That was really quite a misplay for him to use it right off cooldown basically all the time. So alrighty, got a win with that, but not exactly one that I expected. I think I'm going to bring out something a little stronger just because I am running into these humanoid bone serpent teams. I think this my team Wild Aids will do quite good against it. I do have the Haunt available. I have the Vengeful Porcupet to take very good care of any bone serpents that I might run into. Alrighty. I'm going to be getting a rematch here against this double humanoid team, so I'm very happy I have my goat. Kind of predicting he's going to bring in his bone serpent just because I have my kid. Don't think he's going to want to try it. Maybe he'll try to deflection. I feel like my best bet is to bring in my Vengeful Porcupet, because I did expect that opener with his bone serpent. Going to go ahead and buff my speed, and yeah, I am not surprised at all that he went ahead and brought in his Kunlai Runt. I don't want to take any damage that I don't have to on my Vengeful Porcupet since I don't have a team heal or anything for him. Hopefully he is going to go for that deep freeze and I'll be able to ethereal it. That's awesome. Now I'm going to go ahead and haunt him. It would have probably been smart for him to take the haunt on his Anubis idol and throw up Sandstorm, but he didn't, so should be able to take out his Kunlai Runt very shortly here. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my Fetish. He will hit him with Wild Magic, so if he swaps out, he will just straight up die on the back line due to dots. Alrighty, well he swapped out first. I don't think it's worth it to swap into my... Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, because my Fetish is actually really important to have alive against the idol. Fortunately, he did open with his Call Darkness, which I take weak damage from on my beast. And he just went for that Eternal Strike. Probably expecting a swap into the idol here, but I'm just going to attack him in case. Oh, no, that would have been so much damage. I literally would have killed him under Wild Magic. That's super unfortunate I missed. Yeah, with Wild Magic and my Beast Racial, I would have straight up one-shot his Bone Serpent with a flank, so fortunately he ran, but that was really unfortunate that I got that miss there. Alrighty, I probably still would have won, but it would have probably come down to a little bit of RNG. Could have won him the game. Go ahead and play with my team's Stunborn Valkyr. If I get a rematch, it probably won't be that strategic of a counter per se, but it's just a fun team that I really enjoy playing. So I'll just see what the queue throws at me. Is there a way to organize teams by like how many games you've played with them? That would be great, because I'd love to have a way where I could just like quickly choose a team that I don't play very much. Most of the time I end up playing a lot of the same teams multiple times for my videos just because I really like the pets. And alrighty, we have another rematch. Who's he gonna? I mean, he sees my Valkyrie, so he's probably gonna open with his Bone Serpent. Regardless of who he opens with, I feel like it's not a bad strategy to go ahead and open with my elemental, since he can't hit me with, or he should not hit me with a bone barrage. So I'm gonna go ahead, hit him with a. Alrighty, I'm surprised he swapped, honestly. Like he can't depend on the Nocturnal Strike, but let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce his healing. I think he basically takes. Let's see how much he heals for. Yeah, he literally heals for 0 under these 2 effects. So he's gonna go for that stun. I kind of want to go ahead and bring in my Valk. I kind of do. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in my Valk to soak that stun. And he missed it so good. Now I'm gonna stun whoever he has. He might swap. Alrighty, and he's stunned because the weather is darkness, and so my Surge of Light will stun him. I'm trying to decide whether to stay in. I think what I want to do is bring in my Alpine Foxling. Just because he has such a good matchup against the Bone Serpent, such a bad matchup against the rest of his team. Probably go ahead and crouch, since I'm anticipating a Nocturnal Strike right off the bat, and he's going to run. Alrighty, I'm pretty sure I would have won that. Might want to run a team that will do a little better against him, though, so. Rick and Morty ought to do pretty good, but I feel like I play that team a lot. That idol is just something I kind of have to play. There are very few pets that I feel very confident in their ability to 1v1 an idol. I like the librarians. I do like the librarians. I'm gonna play with the librarians. It is a 100% win rate team. How many have I played? Oh, just 2 now. But here's why I like this team. Is I can maybe get him to miss his Nocturnal Strike with my Kirin Tor Familiar. I have 2 Arcane Winds to change his weather and to prevent his Kunlai Runt from stunning me. So that's really nice against him. Also, I do have a Feign Death to basically dodge things tactically. Yes, tactically. Rot obviously has the great synergy with Scratch, so rotted subjects will take 517 damage from every scratch, and that's really good. Haunting Song is very nice to have with these 2 pets, since they have no healing of their own. And then the rest of the abilities are kind of meh, but it's okay. Kind of expecting him to have left for now, since he has forfeited a couple games already now. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to queue into somebody else next, so might be able to get away with playing another team instead. Have I played with Noob Friendly very much? Dark Moon Zeppelin. Oh, Race Mini Zep. See, it even fooled me. I do like that Race Mini Zep. I'm so happy I saw it in Roscoe's recent videos. It's such a fun pet, and I just really like it. It's not overpowered at all. Just a very solid tier 2 pet that does very well if you're running into beasts, and in general will do great against everything except elementals. So he's very strong to pair with, you know, something with aquatic damage. He's probably really good with Squirky. Have I made a Squirky team with him? I have not. I mean, it's kind of putting your eggs all in one basket. Basically, if you run into a Fiendish Imp, you'll be in a lot of trouble. But I guess in that case, I'd probably just put in a Wicked Soul and call it a day. Alrighty. Lots of power here. It's probably going to open with one of these 2 pets, actually, is my prediction. So I'm going to go ahead and... what am I going to do? I think I want to go ahead, bring in my Royal Peachick. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I predicted. I'm sort of predicting a Booby Trap presence, but fortunately I do have an Elemental to basically soak it with, so... Feign Death, highest health does go into him. That's very good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and throw out my AoE. Arcane Winds, Weather. And there's a very high chance he's going to go for one of these two abilities next. I don't think he's going to swap or anything. Probably has Call Blizzard and Eye Slant, so I'm going to go ahead, dodge the Eye Slants, and swap into... Okay, so he is running Greed's Gift. Fortunately, I do take the weak damage from his Booby Trap presence. I'm going to probably go ahead and throw up another Arcane Winds just because of the AoE damage is so nice. Okay, so he's going to bring in this guy. I feel like I kind of just want to sacrifice my Kirin Tor Familiar at this point. I don't really have a good way to dodge his Mana Surge. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a Rot here. And he is unfortunately not quite within kill shot range. Oh, and wait. Oh, power bounce is slower than me. Well, that's pretty good. So I'm going to have to go ahead and go for the Ghostly Bite. It won't stun me, but that means I won't have it for the Rotten Little Helper either. So if he's smart, that is what he will bring in next. Yeah, that's what he's bringing in. As far as speed goes, my bird is slower than his, so I'll probably be in a better position. But I do have that strong magic damage against him. I think I'm just going to go ahead and kind of tank him for a bit. He doesn't have a weather change effect unless he swaps out, which I kind of want. So I can continue to use my Ghostly Bite without being stunned, which is always a nice situation to be in. Alrighty, so he is going to kill me on this round, but I'm going to kill him with a Ghostly Bite, so it's a fair trade. Okay, and he swapped out. That means I'm going to take him down below his racial. Haven't been stunned yet, so that's very good. He's probably going to hit me with a Call Darkness here. That Booby Trap presence is going to be quite scary. It does hit for a lot of damage. It's, I think, half my damage. I'm just going to go ahead and go for damage. He is going to use the Call Darkness. There is actually that 10% chance that the Booby Trap presence will miss, and if that happens, I am quite certain I will get the win. Really hope that this lands. Actually, it doesn't particularly matter, because I was going to kill him with my... Alrighty, and it did hit. I am faster than him is the good news, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him with an Arcane Storm. I really hope it lands, but I just don't want... regardless of whether it does, I just really wanted to have that 237 Savage Talon. Even though the lowest hit will kill him. I did have that Feign Death available for his Greed's Gift, which is a really good position to be in, but fortunately I didn't have to bank on him using that cooldown there, because I did have my I did have him just barely low enough. Oh, now that I think about it, I do kind of want to play a Squirky team. What do I have? Monster Energy's such a good team. Jeez, that's an amazingly good team. Like, I actually think that this is the best team, short of just throwing them with 2 Bone Serpents, that you can put Squirky with. Like, sort of like a, you know, 2 Zero Pets. 2 Tarot Claws would obviously be a very good team with a Squirky on them, but no, I mean, as far as what really synergizes well with him, I think these 2 pets are so very good with him. I never play with this team, so I guess I'll try it out. Basically, it's pretty good against Clone Dance. Actually, what would be so much fun is if I run into somebody who's running Clone Dance, I can show off my anti-Clone Dance team. This is not that anti-Clone Dance team. It just happens to have a couple abilities that can remove Cyclone on it. Alrighty, we are going up against a Jade Mist Dancer, but he doesn't have a Clone Dance. We're going up against this little guy again. Who does he like to open with? He does like to open with that guy. Fortunately, I can remove the items with both of these two pets. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open with Squirky, actually, in case he opens with anybody else. I was pretty sure he was going to open with him. Now what I can do is I can clobber him and switch into whoever I feel like. And I feel like bringing in... Ooh. Yeah, I feel like bringing in... Wait a minute. Steamy. Steamy. No, that's a different guy. I was thinking... Yeah, he runs a... There's a Jade Dancer I know who names his Jade Dancer. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead, probably hit him with a Shadow Slash and then a dot. If he swaps out, I want that dot to have as much uptime as possible on the back line. So now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the Booby Trap Presence. Oh, he's gonna 1v1 me. That's a very interesting choice because I do have the strong damage to him. Okay, so he is gonna swap out here. It's pretty good. Let me go ahead and immolate him, I guess. Dots are always nice. Alrighty. Kind of predicting a rain dance here, so I will go ahead and either swap him out or stun him. Kind of inclined to go with the stun. Oh, he got a lucky crit. Alrighty, well, I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a fish. That way, if he swaps into his Rotten Little Helper, he will be within kill range. Okie dokie, now I'm definitely going to stun him because he will most likely crit on the next two attacks. I'll go ahead and Fish Slap. I am faster than his Infinite Whelpling, so I'm going to go ahead and Bubble here. And he's not running a heal, so he should be pretty straightforward to kill. My Mechanical is a pretty poor matchup, so I think I'm just going to be best off staying in on my Squirky. And he is running Sleeping Gas. Okie dokie. He's probably going to hit me with a weakness here. I feel like it is still my best bet to just go ahead and do some damage. Oh, that was a really hard-hitting fish. Oh, it's because of Cleansing Rain. I'm like, man, my fishes are hitting really hard. He might get a sleep here. He also might just straight up kill me with one of these two abilities, so I think it's my best bet to go ahead and bring in my Fetish to basically soak this. Yeah, that was either going to kill me or bring me very, very close to killing me. Feel like I want to go ahead and hit him with a Shadow Slash. Yeah. That would have been really good if he'd brought in his Humanoid there. I didn't think he would, but that's kind of why I chose it over it. I feel like he's going to bring in the Rotten Little Helper, but Squirky's just so strong against this team because he's faster than all these pets. So I do strong damage to his Jade Dancer, and then obviously his Rotten Little Helper is just going to get stunned before he can hit me with that Grinch's Gift. And yeah, Squirky, MVP for sure. And yeah. So yeah, that's definitely a good showcase of how good he can be if you're not running into those really fast pets. So go ahead and play with another team. Well, with another pet. Don't need to use Squirky right now, I think.
Couldn't resist, could you?
Alright, I'll do it. I'm going to be playing with Tempting Offer. Not the best win rate. I think all of the times I've used it on video, I've lost with it. Against other tier 2 pets, it should do fine. But against tier 1 pets, it really struggles.
Don't touch.
We'll just have to see what we run into. Alrighty. We're running into a relatively trolly team. I've played against this guy before, and actually, this is one of the guys who I had to delete one of my videos. I didn't have to, but I just... Okay, I'm going to focus and then I'll talk. He's probably going to bring his puddle terror. He likes to run Sunny Day and Photosynthesis. I feel like my best bet is going to be to go ahead and bring in my King Feather. Hope he doesn't go for Photosynthesis off the bat. He didn't, so this is going to hit him pretty hard. Unfortunately, he's just going to throw up his heal and swap out. That's kind of just fine. I'll just do damage to him. No, I'm going to heal first. Because he's probably going to bring in his bird, and then I want to swap out since I have that weak damage. Yeah. This guy's kind of a troll. I feel like my best bet is going to be swapping in my Sister of Temptation. It wouldn't let me actually spell out the real name, so that's kind of a bummer. I'm just going to go ahead and Haunting Song here. This Brilliant Blood Feather is really quite a good pet. Probably do a pet spotlight on it. I'm just not actually the biggest fan of how do you call them? Drained blood pets. I don't know why. I just they're not really my thing. He's probably just gonna kill me with a drained blood. I think I'll just sacrifice my... Is she gonna be useful later on? She could be, but probably not. So I'm just gonna sacrifice her. Oh my gosh, that just heals her so freaking much under Sunny Day. I might actually just bring out a Clone Dance just to counter this guy because he doesn't have the best team, but I'm kind of tired of losing to him so much. Gonna go on the air here. Fortunately, I won the coin toss, but it didn't end up really mattering since he just used his Hawkeye. Alright, he got a double hit, which is pretty lucky. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the heal here. That'll buff my damage. It'd be great if I could get him down below his ratio, although he does have his drained blood back, so he's probably just gonna... Oh, I'm surprised he swapped to the Fell Flame, for sure. I guess I'll go ahead and hit him with a Thrash. And am I still faster than him? I am, so I'm just gonna keep hitting him with Thrashes. He's probably gonna take me out with a Conflagrate. Oh, very nice job, Oliver. So I took out one of his pets. That's pretty nice. I'll go ahead and go for the Preen. I think that puts me back above my racial. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and go for my Liftoff. He's going for his Hawkeye. Hopefully I can take him down below his racial, but he's gonna take me down below mine, so probably going to be in his favor since he does have that Hawkeye buff up. Alrighty, and so I am dead. My Surge doesn't quite hit him hard enough, but it does go first, so I suppose I'll go ahead and go for the Surge and hope for a crit. No crit. I did hit harder than Snap, so that was the right decision, I think. I'm going to go ahead and Shell Shield here since he's probably just going to... Oh. Alrighty, so he went for the Quills, which ended up being very profitable for him. I'll just go ahead and go for Surges since they do more damage. Oh, and he's going to bring in his Puddle Terror. Alrighty, I'm not going to be able to kill the Puddle Terror, but I'll try. I'll just hit him with Snap since they do more damage, slightly. Now my surges do more damage, so I will of course use those. Oh, I'm surprised he did a swap there. Oh, no, I'm not. He's just going to heal up his Puddle Terror in the back where I can't hit him. Alrighty, well, I'm going to kill his bird here. And then it's just going to be me versus a Puddle Terror who's just going to heal. So, I'm not sure if it's worth putting up my Shell Shield. I think it's not. Because I kind of just want to do as much damage as possible. I do slightly out-damage his healing, but he hits for a lot too, so I think he is going to kill me before I am able to take him down. I'm surprised he's not just going for the damage, actually. If he was going for damage, he could probably... Ooh, that crit basically won me the game. If he was going for damage, he probably could have taken out my Spirit Crab before I could take him out, but heals can't crit, so me being in a position where I'm doing damage ended up being able to actually beat him. Not really sure how I did that. I guess I underestimated the Spirit Crab. Very good job to my Spirit Crab. I'm really surprised I got that win, honestly. I'm definitely going to run with a Rain Dance team of some, or an Acid Rain team of some sort. Do I have any Blight Breath teams, I wonder? Blight Breath. Dreadful Breath. This team looks pretty good. But it does use the Emperor Crab, who I'm not a big fan of. I guess of the two, I'd rather go with this team than my Clone Dance. You know, I never use the Scourge Dwelling. I'll go ahead and use him. Yeah, this team looks really quite good. It's just a basic Acid Rain, Dreadful Breath. You have the Call Darkness if you need it, and you have the Emperor Crab to soak haunts, so should be pretty good. Also, the Emperor Crab is very powerful under Acid Rain. Under Cleansing Rain. Cleansing Rain. Acid Rain does apply the Cleansing Rain weather. So we'll see what the Q throws at me. Am I actually undefeated? I think so. Maybe I lost one. I know I lost to that guy before I made this video. The guy with the Bone Serpent and the Kunlai Runt. He was playing a lot better in that game. Really misplayed his idol. Alrighty, so we're against a Dire Horn. Another Scourge Dwelling. And a Nordrus Silwisp. Okay. But a very odd breed Nordrus Silwisp. He's gonna start with his Stunted Dire Horn. I am just so sure. I feel like my best bet is to... I'm not sure, actually. I kind of want to bring in my Emperor Crab. Okay, so he is going to bring in his Scourge Dwelling. Because he's doing that, I am going to immediately swap into my Blight Breath and just go into my strategy of AoE. I'm going to be able to change the weather on him now that he already used his Darkness, so that's pretty nice. Alrighty, he's going for his Dreadful Breath, so he does have slightly more attack power, so he's going to come out on top here, unfortunately. But I don't have any critter damage, so I think it's in my best bet. It's going to be my best bet to just kind of match his AoE here. He's trying to decide what he wants to do. I'm sure he's just going to hit Dreadful Breath again. It'd be very surprising if he goes for damage, since it is that weak damage. I might actually just go for the Sleeping Gas here, because I am going to lose this battle without some luck. Maybe I won't. I think I'll actually just go ahead and use my Acid Rain. And keep doing damage. I'm not going to depend on luck. Because I do have a nice heal from my crab. So as long as I don't get too low, I will be able to bring him in and heal. Alrighty, so there's the darkness. Unfortunately, I don't have another weather changing effect besides another darkness, so my strategy to use my crab is probably not going to pay off very well. I might be perfectly well off just going ahead and bringing in my Scourge Dwelling to AoE here. I think that is what I will do. Definitely not a very exciting battle here. He got a crit there. That's pretty significantly important. We'll have to see. Oh, but he missed my crab there. That's pretty good. I think I just want to keep doing damage. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to worry about using Cult Darkness or anything to finish off his Scourge Dwelling. I just want to have his. Oh, and he killed my crab. Well, my idea was to hopefully be able to. Oh crap! He's gonna use a Cult Darkness to kill me. Well, lost that battle, but not sure how I could have played it much better. Definitely a very gimmicky team, so don't really mind the loss. Actually, I think I lose anyways, but can I kill the Force of Gar? Nah. Alrighty, let's definitely play with a more fun team. I want to play with a Vengeful Porcupet. Vengeful Porcupet, and I'll probably make this my last team, so I'll choose a good one. Not that good though. FTW does not stand for the win. It ends with the world, and I'll let you figure out what F stands for. And based on the fact that I am using the 2 tier 0 pets and a Vengeful Porcupet, you can probably guess on your own. I want to play with Maracas of Death. That looks like a fun team. Super fun team. I like the Marionette. Really like the Enchanted Pen. I actually just bought him off the auction house right before I did my pet spotlight video, and I'm really liking him. He's a great pet. And then obviously Vengeful Porcupet, tier 1 pet. So good. So great. So much fun to counter the meta with. It's a puppy. I think I have a puppy. Oh, my puppy is dragging his butt on the ground. This queue is taking too long. Alrighty, well I guess I can talk about the strategy, but I did address it in the pet spotlight. The idea behind using these 2 pets is they use a lot of ticky-tacky damage, meaning dots, flank, lots of kind of small incremental damage that adds up. But when you add Foreboding Curse from the Enchanted Pen, that's a very powerful potential anyways. If you run into an idol, you're gonna have trouble because my only undead damage is dots, so, and I have a critter damage. Yeah, if I run into an idol, probably should just re-queue with another team. But they're not that popular in my meta, fortunately. They're really just super annoying to go against. Not hard to beat, just, you know, kind of a cheap way to counter basically 50% of the good strategies out there. Just throw up Sandstorm and AFK. I'm sure I have some good pets against the idol. I just don't really want to use him right now. That Bone Serpent's really good against him. Anything with a basic attack that's strong against, that has a lot of power, attack power that's strong against humanoids is going to be good. Alrighty, we're going to get a rematch, and I should have a much better chance this time. He started with his Whelpling, so I'm inclined to think that's what he will start off with again. I'm just going to start with my Vengeful Porcupet, see what he brings in. He is going to start with his Dinosaur. I'm going to go ahead and buff my speed here. He's probably going to go for that slow, which does have a chance to stun me before I get my speed up a little more, so I'm debating swapping right now. I think I just want to chance it and hope I don't get stunned here. Well, that did not pay off. I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Powerball here. Unfortunately, my Porcupet is really quite weak against the Direhorn. I'll probably go ahead and throw up my Spirit Spikes. That'll do some reflect damage here. And I predict he's just going to go for the AoE, so I should be fine to go with a flank. That did kill him, fortunately. I don't think the Primal Cry does kill him if his Beast Racial isn't active, since I don't think it does quite enough damage to go through Spirit Spikes. But that ended up being very profitable. If he hits me with a Call Darkness, I will die to AoE. But I might die to AoE anyways. I think I'll go ahead and bring in my my Wisp to soak that darkness. Throw out a Foreboding Curse. My Magic Racial saved me. Kinda wanted to bring him in on purpose just to bait that tail sweep. I don't want his AoE to be going out. I don't really see... I guess I could go for the... He's just going to go for AoE, so that's why I don't really want to dodge. I'm going to go ahead and dodge anyways in case he does go for that. Yeah, he went for the AoE. Should have just gone for Quills. Fortunately, the AoE does hit my... I got a double hit, that's not very good. It does hit my Beast rather weak. But it does still hit him, and he is quite low. So against that Nordrasil Wisp, unless he's running the block, I don't have a very good matchup, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and use my Spirit Spikes to try to survive here. I was thinking about going for the flank, but I'm just not going to deal with that 90% hit chance. I want to either take no damage from him missing or deal damage from him hitting me. It's just a little bit more sure. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and bring in my Wisp, my Macabre Marionette here. I think he has Call Darkness available. No, he's just gonna AoE. Alright. I think this is a win, honestly, because I can throw up a Bone Barrage before I get blinded. It will still apply the dot, and the second two hits... Oh, that was very lucky. The first hit has a 30% hit chance, and the second two still have their normal 80% under any sort of blind, so that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and throw down my Death and Decay and kind of hope it lands. I don't really need it. I'm going to try to hit him with a Maraca. And then I'll go for the Bone Barrage. I missed. That's fine. Then I'll go for that Bone Barrage since it does... Okay, so he's going for AoE. That's very scary. But I will be fine because 138. My Spirit Spikes will completely block it. Also, it does block the flash. So I'm going to hit him with a flank. And that triple hit is going to, for sure, secure me the kill. I actually didn't need that triple hit. I just needed 2 double hits here. Alrighty, MVP Vengeful Porcupet. He is such a good pet. Like, you almost never want to sacrifice him first because he's so good at cleaning up at the end. Trying to think if I got lucky there. I don't think so. I did actually. I got a little lucky with hitting him with those Bone Barrages. Because that first tick of Bone Barrage is affected by his 50% blind. So it is only a 30% hit chance. But I don't think that really made the difference, just because the Vengeful Porcupet is so strong against the Wisp there. And actually, even if he had been a speed Wisp, I would have been fine, because I had my Spirit Spikes to take literally just no damage from him, as long as my Spirit Spikes was up, in addition to dealing a ton of damage with Flank. So, yeah, I've got to do a pet spotlight video on him. I honestly think the reason I haven't done one yet is I'm a little afraid I will not be able to show him to his full potential. It really depends on the queues. Like, it'll be a bummer if I queue into like triple humanoid teams, or teams where I just basically have to utilize my other pets. But he's just so strong, has so much potential. I really like him. And yeah, I think that's a great video, a great game to end on. That was very close. Also, it was a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a revenge. I guess it's kind of revenge. Comeback. It was a comeback against that guy who beat me earlier with my gimmicky AoE team. But yeah, alright. Well, I think I'll go ahead and end the video here. I do have to go into work quite soon, so go ahead and upload this and then head off. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.